Hello students, here is Ashu Gupta, Assistant Professor. Again welcomes you all on the behalf of Indraprasth Law College. Although we have already discussed about the meaning and definition of state in the previous lectures, but now in today's lecture we are going to discuss about the criteria of statehood in detail. So now let's open the today's books and start the slide. So move on the next slide. You may see that there is a definition of state. Basically, these are the essentials of the state, which is already discussed in the previous lecture. We already mentioned all the things about the same. Now we are going to discuss about the statehood. What is statehood and how to represent the meaning or the essentials of the statehood in the subject of international law. So now discuss about that. So you may see the slide criteria of statehood. We already know that there are basic four elements which incorporates the state, and with these previous ones there are the other requirements or some other requirements of statehood used either as separate criteria or in association with previous one, that is independence, state independence, basically state sovereignty, and state self-determination or state recognition. These are also the other requirements for getting the criteria of the statehood on the international level in the preview of the international law. So now we will discuss about the criteria of statehood, wherein the fundamental rights and duties of a state has been described in the subject of international law, and according to which you may see in the slides that fundamental rights and duties of a state have been primarily concern of international law, and the formulation of a list of the so-called fundamental rights and duties of a state has been persistent preoccupation of international conferences and bodies. Means that on international level, to get the mutation on the international level, you have to get the criteria of statehood mentioned in that international law on the level of a statehood. And in the next slide you may see that the concept of independence means that the state is subject to no other state, and many jurists stress on independence as the decisive criteria of statehood. Some other consider independence the essence of a capacity to enter into relations with other states and represented by this capacity, while the others consider it in association with the requirement of effective government to them. And if an entity has its own executive and other organs and conducts its foreign relation through its own organs, then it is independent, and this is a prima facie evidence of statehood. That's why that means this defines the basic criteria of the statehood in the preview of the international law. And in regard to that statehood, you also may see that there is some convention related to that fundamental rights and duties of a state in the name of Montevideo Convention of 1933, wherein the draft declaration on the rights and duties of the state of 1949 has been enriched by the UNO, and the Declaration on Principles of International Law concerning friendly relations and cooperation among states in accordance with the UN Charter is also established through this international preview and the conventions by declared by the United Nations organization, means that UNO. We will discuss later on in the next lecture about the fundamental rights and the duties of a state in details. So hope you will have been enjoyed the whole session and successfully enumerated it into your study and be benefited from this presentation. We will meet soon again in the next lecture with the rights and duties of a state, and we discuss about that in detail. Thank you very much.